It's been written, nothing is so healing as the human touch. Even though she's never learned to read, Josefa wouldn't argue that point. She and many others near the village of Chichiconstanango, Guatemala, have learned firsthand the healing effects of Therapy Clinics International.
Here at our therapy program at Asilsa, we have 80 children in the program with people on a waiting list. We have 20 adults in the program with people still coming.
Okay, so you get the point. Their hands are full. Jennifer and her assistant, Shazita Rivera, can personally touch just so many.
It's better to invest in people and in the community. So if we train people from the communities that can go out, we can reach more people.
Going out has always been a big part of TCI. It has to be. For many of their patients, getting to the Asilsa Clinic is impossible. So driving down bumpy, dusty roads, walking down treacherous trails, like I was saying, walking down treacherous trails is a necessity to help those in need. Today, that trail for Jennifer and Delphina led to the home of 13-year-old Nelson and his family. Nelson has a couple of problems, the big one being he suffers from cerebral palsy. The lesser one would be there's a screw loose in his stander. It had to be fixed so he could be in an upright position from time to time. Better for his joints, ligaments, his breathing. Anyway, it was fixed in just a few minutes. Jennifer obviously knows something about loose screws. Apparently, she's had a few?
Yeah, from time to time.
Now would be one of those times. Once again, it comes down to touch. It's been said getting in touch with yourself must be the first priority, and so Jennifer is doing just that. She has mentioned it earlier. The two of them can see just so many patients, so they are stepping up their efforts to train more rehab promoters in more and more communities. People like Jose and Delphina, who can go out and train more and more people to help more and more people who need physical therapy. That takes time. That takes money. And for Jennifer and Shez, that takes the willingness to let go, to back off the hands-on approach, which they will do, but not totally. Never. They need to touch as much as their patients need to be touched.
I think that's the way that God speaks to us, or at least it speaks to me and reminds me why I'm here, why I'm doing this.
An educator once said, I touch the future. I teach. That's a big part of what Jennifer and Shez are doing these days, teaching. Teaching people like Jose, people like Delphina, who in turn are learning, watching, and yes, touching. So the leaders of TCI can step back and listen. Listen as God touches their minds and their hearts.
Because there's so much of a need, and it can be very overwhelming to try and do it all, but to just be still and listen and do the things that He's called me to do and not go beyond that.